Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, give advice on your dilemmas, and of course, chat about your wildest lesbian dating stories. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. Happy Thursday, everybody! Best day of the week. New ep of the Lesbian Lounge, and it's going to be a good one. We have got some dilemmas, let me tell you. We have updates, we have OnlyFans, we have it all. It's going to be a good one, so make sure you stick around until the end. But first, we must catch up. How are we all doing? I hope you're all well. You know what I'm really craving right now? And I'm going to try and convince Lucy to let us have it for tea tonight. I really want a thin and crispy margarita pizza from Domino's with a Diet Coke. Now, I can picture this Diet Coke in a specific cup. Has to be like one of them like glasses, like a round bottom glass with ice and Diet Coke from the can, not from the bottle, must be from the can. My favourite type of Diet Coke is the one from like a fountain, like fountain Diet Coke. When you get that on holiday in America, it hits so different, but they don't do that in the UK. So like it has to be from a can, and I just want that with thin and crispy, like piping hot Domino's pizza. I only like Domino's if it's a thin and crispy. I don't like it when it's like thick and stodgy. I want a large, thin and crispy margarita pizza from Domino's with a crispy, cold, icy Diet Coke. What's everyone's favourite drink? Maybe that's going to have to be a question of the week 1 week, because I can dabble between, probably not that many. I say like top of the pops is a Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Pepsi Max. They're my three. Like, you're all probably going to come from me, but like I can't taste a massive difference. Like obviously there's differences, but they're all fairly similar. I used to never really be on the Pepsi train as much, but at the Raven, Lucy's bar, it's Pepsi Max on draft. Is that what it's called? On draft or tap? I don't know. On the like machine. So I drink Pepsi Max probably too much, like 7 times a day. Like, another Pepsi Max, please hit me up. At least I'm not like rinsing them like expensive alcohol. I'm just drinking the Pepsi Max. They do hot chocolates now, and I'm pretty sure like they had like no milk hot chocolate left the other day, and I'm pretty sure it's because I drink them all. Like literally I'm like Pepsi Max throughout the day, hot chocolate in the morning, hot chocolate at night. It could be worse. I could be literally like having the most expensive vodka or beer, but I'm not. I'm having Pepsi Max. But yeah, Pepsi Max, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, top tier. I don't like it from the bottle. It goes flat too quick. I don't like drinking from the can. It tastes weird. It has to be in a glass that's icy, and that makes a Diet Coke taste crispy. Do you guys get what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm talking a load of shite, but I feel like you're all going to understand, and you're going to be on the hype of like a crispy cold drink. You know what else you can't beat? Like a crispy cold Red Bull. Oh, I'm trying not to drink as many because 1, my mum, hey mum, tells me off, and 2, you know, like I get why, like they're not the best for you, but yeah, I do love a cold Red Bull, like an icy, cold, fresh out the fridge Red Bull. They don't taste nice if they're not cold. Like they have to be freshly out the fridge, like freezing cold. Oh, they hit different. But now all I want is a margarita pizza and a Red Bull and a Diet Coke, and I'm getting stressed because I haven't actually eaten anything today. I spent the morning at a funeral for my granddad. Wasn't that close with him. Also, I'm going to tell you all this story. Jill won't mind. Jill got fat shamed. So, the funeral's finished, like, I'm covering my mic, sorry. All the family is like, hey, thanks for coming. And then this random lady, never seen her in my life, comes up and is like, oh, Juliet. And I was like, hi. And then she looks at my mum and was like, what's your name again? And she's like, Jill. And she's like, oh yeah, I remember. I used to come to your fitness classes because I wanted to get skinny thighs. And then I looked at you and thought, oh, well, you've got fat thighs. And me and mum were just like, what? And then this woman just walked away. And I was like, oh my God, mum, you've just been fat shamed. So everyone send Jill a text and say that you think she's got beautiful thighs, because now she thinks she has fat thighs. And I just think, what a strange thing to go up to someone and say. Like, it was weird. Anyway, I've not eaten yet today because I spent my morning there, and then I've come straight to film. So I'm hungry, and now I really want a Domino's Thin and Crispy. But enough about me. How are we all doing? I hope we all enjoyed last week's episode with Mother Jill. She loves coming on the podcast. It was actually her who said, let's on the podcast so I can come on it. And I was like, okay, Jill, you don't have to ask me twice. I am speaking with a few other guests. There's a few from different countries and stuff. A few are wanting to push to the new year, just like, because they've got a lot going on, which is so fine. So you're going to be stuck with me for a few weeks, but then hopefully in the new year, there's going to be some cool guests coming on, which I'm really excited about, because I know you guys love having a guest on, because it sort of changes up the episodes, and it just is exciting to hear from different people and different people's perspectives on life and things like that. What I did want to tell you guys about was, I'm going to get it up. I got the nicest message from one of you guys. I was speaking about this, why didn't my password work? What the hell? I was going to say the password then. You could all probably guess it because it's Lucy's birthday and I posted for something on her birthday, so you could easily guess it. What am I trying to do? Find this message. Yeah, it was just so sweet. And a lot of the time, like, I was saying this the other day, like, I get so many listeners. So many of those listeners follow the podcast. So many of them then like interact and message the podcast. Like, it's such a small number who message and interact compared to the amount of you that listen. And if you're one of my silent listeners, I love you so much. But it's so nice when people actually reach out and it's like, wow, people actually listen and take value from the podcast. It's really nice. So if you remember, everyone cast your minds back to the other week, we spoke about Grimsby. And I was like, who's even like been to Grimsby? Who's even heard of Grimsby? Like, what is this magical place? And we have a message from somebody from Grimsby. And she said, hey, I've been listening to your podcast for so long now. I was driving to work today listening to last week's episode, as I always do in the car, and heard you say about Grimsby. Now, I'm from Grimsby, and how have you not heard of Grimsby when we beat Man United in August, our little seaside town? Anyway, I absolutely love the podcast, and every single week I listen, and you have no idea how helpful it is for me, and I'm sure to many others too. Me and my girlfriend, well, fiance now, would love to come to one of your events. We will keep our eyes open. Keep up the amazing work. Like, are you joking? What a lovely message. And I literally replied, I was like, oh my God, a Grimsby gal. Like, I'm so sorry for like the Grimsby lack of knowledge. Like, you go Grimsby. I'm going to have to plan a trip to Grimsby now, aren't I? It sounds like a cute little seaside town. I love a seaside town. Fish and chips, arcades. Sounds like my kind of thing. But yeah, I just thought that was so lovely that she took the time out of her day to message, and it was just so cute. But now I'm rambling and I want to get into some juicy dilemmas, and we have a cool question of the week as well. So without further ado, let's jump straight on into this week's episode. Okay, so this week's question of the week is, give me a kiss, marry, kill sapphic edition. So you guys have sent me in your people, and I'm going to say if I would kiss, marry, or kill them. Now, some of you have also told me if you would kiss, marry, or kill them, so that's cool for you too. So first up, we have Sabrina Carpenter, Chappell Roan, Billie Eilish. Okay, this one's quite easy, I think. Now, I think I'm going to kill Chappell Roan just because I've seen she has like a bit of an attitude and I have an attitude and I just think we'd clash. I'm going to kiss Sabrina Carpenter because she's gorgeous, and I'm going to marry Billie Eilish so then she can sing Guess to me all the time and I'll be like, guess the colour of my underwear, because that is the fittest song in the world. So there we go. Okay, another one with Chappell Roan. We have Jojo Siwa, Chappell Roan, and Renee Rapp. Oh, I feel like, okay, this time I'll kill Jojo. No offense, Jojo, because sometimes she does actually look fit. Like when she has her hair in them two little French plaits and she's playing baseball, I was like, oh, Jojo. So we'll kill Jojo. I'll kiss Chappell Roan, and I'm marrying Renee Rapp. That sounds like an unbelievable idea. Okay, next one we have Ellen, I'm assuming as in Ellen DeGeneres, Jojo Siwa, and a man. Okay, I'm going to have to kill off the man. I'm going to kiss Ellen DeGeneres, and I'm going to marry Jojo Siwa. I'm going to have to marry Jojo. I mean, she's got, not to sound like a gold digger, but girlie has a lot of money. She goes to Disney a lot. She's like a dancer and a singer. I feel like that could be a pretty fun life. So We're going to go with that. Someone's put me in here. I can't marry or kiss or kill myself. We've got Juliet Taylor, Renee Rapp, and Billie Eilish. Well, maybe you guys could answer this one for me. And you're all probably going to kill me off, aren't you? Because you're all going to want to be snogging and marrying Renee Rapp and Billie Eilish. Lucy, who would you choose? Because it better be fucking me. We're going to see Renee Rapp in March. And obviously, like, there's all the videos of her, like, being all sexy and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have the worst time because Lucy's just going to think it's the best thing ever. Well, I'm going to marry myself. I'm going to kiss Renee Rapp. And I'm going to have to kill Billie Eilish. No offence. Okay, next one. This is a good one. Gillian Anderson, Lucy Bronze, and Hailey Steinfeld. Okay. I feel like I'm going to kill Hailey Steinfeld because I feel like Gillian Anderson would be a good kisser. So I'm going to kiss her. And of course, I am marrying my wife, Lucy Bronze. I mean, she doesn't know it, but in my mind, like, we are married. Like, the football was on in the Raven the other day. Actually, no, I have two wives. I have Lucy Bronze and Katie McCabe. The Arsenal match was on. There was a dart tournament playing in the bar. Lucy was playing in it. I signed her up. Arsenal's on the telly. Lucy's turn is on, but Katie McCabe's on the telly. And I was like, sort of, you know, watching both. And Ellis, one of the lads from the bar, is like, your wife is playing darts. You should be watching and cheering her on. And I was like, well, I am, but my other wife is playing football in the Champions League. I need to be watching this shit. So I was like, playing tennis with my wives, watching them both. Yeah, of course I'm marrying Lucy Bronze and Katie McCabe and Lucy Barker. Like, those three women, top tier, elite. I need nothing else in my life if I have those three. Okay. Kalani, Renee Rapp, and Kristen Stewart. Okay. Killing Kristen Stewart. Sorry, no offence. I'll kiss Kalani and I'll marry Renee Rapp. We've got another Billy, Renee, Jojo. They must be like the most popular duo. Okay, let's do one more because I want to get into these juicy dilemmas. We have got the England team, just in general, I think. Sandra Bullock and Alex Voss from Orange is the New Black. Okay, I'm going to kill Alex Voss. I'm going to kiss Sandra Bullock and I'm marrying the whole Lionesses squads. Well, maybe I'll marry Lucy Bronze and then the squad can come and be like the bridesmaids and stuff. Maybe that's how we get around that one. Because I don't need 23 wives. I don't fancy them all. Like, I see a lot of people like fangirling over like Alessia Russo and I'm like, she's a beautiful girl, but I don't find her attractive. It's like the masculine looking ones, like the buns that, it's stunning. But of course, my main love in life is Lucy Barker. I love you, babe. Well, okay, shall we jump into some dilemmas? I think so. And we are kicking it off with a wild one. So buckle up, strap in, strap on. Are we ready? Okay. Hi, Juliet. I am an 18-year-old lesbian who had never dated or even kissed anyone before. I recently started using a dating app. On the app, I matched with a beautiful 37-year-old woman. We chatted on the app for a couple of days before exchanging numbers and switching to text and then FaceTime. Eventually, on Friday night, we had a dinner date. I was so nervous, and initially she did most of the talking. Afterwards, she asked if I would like to go back to her place. So, you know what I feel like I've skimmed over? The fact that you said you're 18 and she's 37. I don't know why that just processed in my brain. So it's a big age gap. 18 to 37. You're on a date. She's doing most of the talking, which kind of makes sense if she's that much older. She has that confidence. Yeah. You went on the date. You were nervous. She did most of the talking. Unlike me, she was so confident and flirty. Afterwards, she asked if I would like to go back to her place. Yeah, of course, she's got her own place. She's 37. I agreed. At her place, I had my first kiss. Congrats! And we made out on her couch. I wonder if we're in America on the couch. Even though in my mind I was thinking this is all happening too quickly, I went with the flow. Eventually, she took me to her bedroom and we had sex. Oh my God! What a night for you. Imagine losing your virginity as an 18-year-old to a 37-year-old. I mean, this woman clearly knows what she's doing. Do you know what I mean? She's tried and tested all the methods throughout her life. Carrying on. Initially, the sex was fine. It was gentle and she performed oral sex on me. I went down on her enthusiastically, but probably hopelessly. I mean, fair enough for just giving it a go. However, it then turned from gentle to rough sex. The strap-on sex, which lasted around 30 minutes, was particularly painful, and I had tears in my eyes. Oh my God. Why didn't you just be like, listen, ow, no thank you. You probably just felt so awkward. I'm so sorry. Oh no. She used a large strap-on, probably around 8 inches, and just kept thrusting really hard whilst calling me all sorts of degrading names. What the hell? Like, you've just met me. Be nice. She was spitting on my face, slapped my boobs, and even slapped my face quite hard multiple times. What the fuck? I mean, I don't mind like a little smack on the bum, but that's from someone I've known like 6 months, not like a randomer like smacking me in the face and spitting on me. I'd be like, are you all right? What the fuck? When she flipped me over and was fucking me face down, she kept spanking my ass and sticking her thumb up my butt. What on earth? You poor thing. Like, she didn't even ask if you were like comfortable with these things. She just started off really like nice and gentle with you, and then was like, yeah, fuck this shit. I'm gonna like rail the life out this bitch. What the hell? Okay, where were we up to? She kept sticking her thumb up my bum. 2 days later, I am still hurting and sore from the strap-on fucking. I'm not surprised. Like, she didn't even really warm you up to that. She probably put her fingers inside you and then just like came in with this fucking massive dildo. You've never even had sex before. So, and like genuinely, I think having sex, like your vagina opens over time. Like, you've probably got a little closed off vagina, and then she's just gone shoved this in. She hasn't like warmed you up to it over time. I'm not surprised you're sore, and then having a thumb shoved up your arse and you self smacked and spat on. I'm not surprised. Is the pain still normal? I'm gonna say yeah, considering it went from 0 to 100 so fast. How long does the pain last? And is it because it was my first time? I'm gonna assume, yeah, it's because it was your first time. Like, you haven't just had like, I'm going to say like normal sex, not even as like normal sex like with a man, just like normal everyday sex. She's gone like straight in. Like, she should have really like checked you were comfortable. Like, are you comfortable if I use a strap? Like, are you comfortable with this? Like, how would you want to be talked to? Like, I can't lie, I'm a sucker for a bit of dirty talk, but like, don't be nasty. You don't smack me and spit on me. Are you joking? Do you know what I mean? Like, some boundaries needed to be put in place before that. So she's completely crossed the line by just going full throttle like 365 days with you. This whole episode has made me feel quite silly, especially after she said, you make a great fuck toy. What? So has this lady literally just used you for sex? Because that's what it seems like. She's found you online. She's gone, okay, this girl's 18. She's got no experience. I'm just going to completely use and abuse her. That's horrific. I knew when she invited me back to her place that sex was a distinct possibility, and it was all consensual as I agreed to it. Well, yeah, you agreed to have sex. You didn't agree to have a thumb shoved up your bum. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a line, and she crossed it. But being a virgin, I guess I didn't realise what having sex fully consists of, and was embarrassed to tell her that I was uncomfortable and in pain, which is fair enough. Like, you know, you're in that like intimate moment with someone that you've never met before. Like, it's probably really awkward to like stop what's happening and be like, actually, that doesn't feel nice and I'm a bit uncomfortable. Like, I can see why you just sort of like went along with it, but that is genuinely horrific. Like, she's really, really crossed a boundary with you. Before I left her place, she said that she would love to see me again. Subsequently, she has sent me several texts. Should I tell her about how uncomfortable I found the experience, or just politely let her know I'm not interested in going on another date without going into detail? Oh my God. What a dilemma to kick this episode off with. Wow. I wholeheartedly think you just block this woman and never speak to her or see her again. But on the flip side, if you wanted to, you could really go ham on this and be like, no, I'm not interested in a second date after the way you treated me last time. Yes, the sex was consensual. I told you I was up for sex. But for somebody who's so young and so unexperienced, how dare you take advantage of me by doing all those things? Like, you know, you're saying, like, I didn't really realize what, like, sex fully entailed. But that's like sex times 1,000. Like, sex can literally just be fingers and a tongue. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy, wild, slap, spit, up the bum, 8-inch dildo, up your fanny, when you've never even had a finger up there before. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's just took the piss, and I really, really think it's giving, like, predatorial behavior. She's realized you're so young and inexperienced, and she's like, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want. Like, and calling you a fuck toy, like, ew. Like, fair enough if you had been in a relationship with this woman for 5 years and you spoke about it and you said, listen, I want to feel degraded and like a piece of shit. I want you to stamp on me, like pull my hair, spit on me. Like, fair enough if you'd asked for that, or she'd said, could we try this? And you'd said, yeah, I'll give it a go. I'm up for it. I'll see if I like it. But no, this woman has literally taken your, yeah, I'm down for sex, and just completely taken advantage of you. So you could really go in on her and be like, I'm actually disgusted the way you treat me. Do I want a second date with you? Like, go and sort yourself out. Like, look in the mirror. You're 37 years old. You completely took advantage of me. But I'm not a confrontational person, so I'd probably just block. Or I'd probably just, like you said, like politely be like, oh, no, sorry, I'm busy, or I'm not interested. But I think you're well within your rights to do whatever one you want. Block, like, be like, fuck you. Send her a nice message, or yeah, you're well within your rights to be like, that was fucking vile the way you treated me. How fucking dare you? You know? You're well within your rights to do that. Wow. My brain is like frazzed. We are going to move on to a little update, guys. I love when you send updates. It genuinely fills my heart and soul. So, moving right on. Hi, Juliet. Last week, you gave me advice in response to a dilemma I had sent in. I have a foot fetish and was absolutely petrified to tell my girlfriend, especially because before we started dating, she had once said that foot fetishes were weird. Well, this past Saturday night, while we were cuddled up on the sofa, I decided to go for it and tell her that I had a foot fetish. I stole some of the wording you suggested on the podcast. It said something along the lines of, I didn't want it to put you off me before, but it's something I'm really keen to try and explore. I told her how much I love her toes, her high arches, and the soles of her feet. Okay, I'm so proud of you. Yeah, like, just go for it. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be in a relationship the rest of your life where you feel unsatisfied and you're like, I wish I just said that I was into this, and saw what her response was. Her response was amazing. She explained that when she'd called foot fetishes weird in the past, she wasn't trying to kink shame. It was just a throwaway comment because she personally doesn't find feet attractive. The first time we had sex since telling her, I started kissing her feet, sucking each toe and licking between them, also running my tongue along the soles of her feet. At first, she had this adorably bemused look on her face, but seeing how much it turned me on, clearly started turning her on too. She began touching herself whilst I worshipped her feet. I love that. See, like, she's seeing how happy it makes you, and she's like, you know what? You're having a great time, so I'm having a great time. Later, when I was fucking her with a strap-on in missionary, her legs up in the air, her toes in my mouth, with her moaning non-stop, I honestly thought I had died and gone to heaven. Afterwards, she laughed and said that me loving her feet is basically the least effort, highest reward thing ever. The second time we had sex, she completely shocked me as she took off my socks and started sucking. My God, I speak. Started sucking my toes. I just gasped and the pleasure was unreal. I'm so happy for you. Like, yay. Do you know what I mean? Aren't you so happy that you just told her this? Because she's gone, you know, like, maybe this is a bit out of my comfort zone, but it's something you're so into, so I'm going to make it something that I'm into. And then you've done it, and then she's gone, you know what? I'm going to blow your socks off and get on board. Oh, yay! Juliet, if it wasn't for your advice, I genuinely don't think I ever would have told her. Thank you so much for helping me embrace my foot fetish and having a much more fulfilling sex life. Yay! I'm so happy for you. Like, genuinely, imagine going the rest of your life wanting nothing more than to have a little suck on a toe, but just being so scared to either mention it or just give it a go. Like, you've took such a big leap, so you should be really proud of yourself, because it's a really brave thing to do, to just put yourself out there, say what your fetish is, and like how lucky that you've got such a receptive girlfriend who's, you know, made comments in the past, but is then sort of, you know, being like, it's just not something I'm into, but seeing how much it turns you on, she got turned on and then just fully went for it. So I'm so happy for you. Yay, claps for you. Exciting. Okay, are we ready for an OnlyFans dilemma? I don't think we are. It's a long one, guys. Buckle in. Here we go. I have been dating my girlfriend for about a year. We work for no, it doesn't even say completely. I'm lying to you. We work for different branches of the same company and initially met each other at a joint work event. I assumed her job with the company was her only job, as she never mentioned anything else. After 4 months into dating, she told me she has an OnlyFans account on the side. I wasn't too happy about it, but she assured me it was only solo content and promised she would never film with other creators. We set that as a clear boundary. Fair enough. I feel like before 4 months in, like, maybe I think even like first, second date, you want to be bringing it up, because that's a big part of your life. And as in a relationship, you know, that's your person that you see naked, and now you know that people are paying to see this person naked. Like, it's something you realistically, like, your partner deserves to know about. So I think first, second date, you should be telling them. Anyway, after about 10 months together, we moved in together, and that's when the OnlyFans thing started bothering me a lot more. I'd know exactly when she was filming, and I could see how much time she spent chatting sexually with subscribers. Yeah, that would piss me off. And then imagine she's like getting in bed with you and being like, oh babe, I can't really be asked for sex tonight. And it's like, oh yeah, but you've been like fingering yourself all afternoon for these people. And I get it, like, earn your money, but like, you still need to prioritize me, your actual partner. It feels incredibly weird to be in the same house while she is masturbating on camera for other people. I brought up how uncomfortable his sexual chats with subscribers make me. She brushed it off and said, don't worry, they're all men. I can kind of like see it from both sides, you know, like, she's just thinking, for me, this is literally just a way to like use and abuse these men, get some money. But then I can see it from your point of view. It's like, you're literally fingering yourself, and I'm having to like sit in the other room, like hearing you doing this and just being like, what the fuck? 2 weeks ago, everything completely escalated. She started saying that as a relatively small creator, she's not making as much as she could. She told me that she is seriously considering shooting full explicit scenes with both male and female creators, even though she identifies as a lesbian. Okay, so she's going to like dabble in having sex with men and women on camera, even though she is a lesbian. I completely lost it. We had a huge fight about this. I told her there is no way that I'm okay with her having sex with other people and still expecting me to stay in the relationship. And that is completely valid. Like, for some people, they'll be like, yeah, whatever, earn your money, have sex with whoever you want as long as you prioritize me at the same time. But for some people, it's like, absolutely not. Like, you're my partner. I don't want you having sex with other people. That's weird as fuck. So you're well within your right to not be happy about that. The thing is, she doesn't even need the money from OnlyFans. She earns a good salary from her main job. She keeps insisting it's just work and that it won't mean anything and that she would only do it for a short time. When I stood my ground, she called me weak and anti-feminist for not supporting her sex work. Okay, but it's not that I'm not supporting your sex work. I'm saying, as your girlfriend, I don't feel comfortable with you having sex with other men and women on camera for people to watch. Like, that's more than valid. She accused me of being just like the misogynistic guys who object to their girlfriends doing porn. Okay, whatever. And said I need to learn to separate work sex from our personal relationship. That's wild. I told her, I don't care if it makes me a bad feminist in her eyes. If this is a deal breaker for her, we will have to end things right now. She immediately started crying, saying that she loves me and doesn't want to break up. Okay, so she doesn't want to break up with you. She loves you so much, but you've said as a clear boundary, I am not staying in this relationship if you're going to be off having sex with other people. Valid. So, what's going to happen? Yesterday, she told me she has already made arrangements to film 2 scenes. One with a male porn star, because that's what her subscribers want. Surely like male subscribers want to be watching lesbian sex. Do you know what I mean? Men love that. And one with a female porn star. I am gutted. Part of me wants to leave immediately. Part of me wonders if I should stay and see if I can somehow tolerate it. So should I end it now or should I try and make it work? What a bloody whirlwind. I mean, I think you need to stick to your guns. I don't think you're ever going to get to a point where you feel comfortable with this situation. If you don't feel comfortable with her fingering herself whilst a man's like watching her on a live stream, whatever, you are not going to feel comfortable with her having full-on sex with male, female, whoever it is, for people to pay and watch. Like, you're not comfortable with that, and that's okay. You don't have to try and make yourself comfortable with it just because you love this girl. Like, I'm sure there's another girl out there for you who you will love just as much, if not more, who will only want to have sex with you and won't want to go and earn money from having sex with other people. Now, saying this, it's so fair enough. Like, doing OnlyFans, making money from that. Like, if that's what you want to do, go and do that. But I think from the get-go, I think if she told you, first date, I do OnlyFans, I don't think you would have even gotten the relationship, because clearly it's been an issue for you since the start. Since she told you, you've gone, I'm not really comfortable with that. So I think if she'd been open with you at the start, you would have just walked away, and then you wouldn't have been in this predicament now. Or she could have said this at the start, and someone could have gone, okay, yeah, cool, like, let me help you film, you know, and they're totally on board with it, thinking, let's make you as much money as possible, and I'll, like, be your biggest cheerleader watching you have sex with porn star men, you know? Like, it's so fine if you want to support that and you want to be a part of it, and it's so fine if you don't. Like, you're not a bad person, you're not a bad feminist. Like, it doesn't make you a bad feminist for not wanting your girlfriend to be having sex with other men and women. Like, there's nothing feminist about that. That's most relationships. You don't, like, the thought of your partner having sex with someone else should make you feel sick. Fair enough, she's saying it's just work, it's not like actual romantic sex, I'm doing it for money. But still, you're not comfortable with that, and that is fine. So I think you are well within your right to say, we put a boundary in place where you said, you love me, you want to be with me. And my boundary to that was, I'm not comfortable with you having sex with other people. You said, okay, I love you, I don't want to break up with you. Here we go. She's then come to you and said, well, actually, I've already been speaking to a male porn star and a female porn star, and we're going to film some content together. No, our boundary said you will not have sex with other people, so I'm packing my stuff and I'm leaving, or you're packing your stuff and you're fucking leaving. Like, good luck. I hope you make loads of money, and I hope that you meet someone who's comfortable with the work you do, or maybe also does the work so you can do it together. But for me, absolutely the fuck not. You are well within your right to just not be on board for that and to walk away and say, you know what, it's not for me, it's been fun while it lasted. But yeah, I just don't think you're ever going to get comfortable. If you didn't like the fact that she was like masturbating in the house, you're not going to be comfortable with the fact that she's having like actual penis inside the vagina sex with the man when she identifies as a lesbian. But that's what's baffling me, like saying her subscribers want to see her having sex with a man. Surely if all her subscribers are men, like, men fucking love lesbians, you know? Like, when I was, I nearly just told you what I was doing when I was in Amsterdam, whoops. When I was in Amsterdam filming something exciting that I can't tell you yet, that I nearly just blurted out, whoops. A lot of the men were really, really curious, like asking me questions about like lesbian sex and how it works. And I was like, you're all so fucking thirsty, aren't you? Like, they love it, and they all admitted, like, if they're watching porn, it's lesbian porn, it's not normal porn. So I'm really confused as to how her like male subscribers would rather see her have sex with a man than with a woman. But anyway, that's what they want. But still, you know, like, if you're identifying as a lesbian, for me personally, even if someone was going to pay me £1,000, I'd be like, I don't want your penis anywhere near me. I just called it a penis as well. It's a willy. I don't want your willy anywhere near me. Go fucking do whatever you want with it, but I don't want it anywhere near me. Yeah, I think walk away with your head held high. Like, you gave it a go, you tried to be okay with it, and you're not, and that's okay. Like, wish her well. It doesn't have to end on bad terms necessarily. It's just you're not comfortable with that, and she really wants to go ahead with it. So it's like, you know, you're just not meeting in the same place. You're just not aligned, and that's okay. You know, you've had a lovely relationship. You know, maybe you might even still be able to be friends out of this. I don't know. But yeah, your values aren't aligned, and that's okay. Neither of you is a bad person for the directions you want this to go in. Like, you're both equally okay to want the sex or not want the sex and whatever. So just, I think, walk away with your head held high and, you know, wish her the best and nothing but respect. Yeah, you're not a bad feminist at all. Or at least I don't think so. Well, anyway, guys, I think that is a nice place to wrap up this week's episode. Thank you all so much for listening. Honestly, I get so excited every week when I see all the listeners coming in. I play a little game with Lucy. I'm like, guess how many downloads the podcast has had today. The other day, not even on a release day, just a random ass day, it was 81. And that probably sounds like such a small number to some, but in one whole day, 81 people pressed the download button on my podcast. Like, that to me is crazy. So thank you all so much. I love you all so much. Please go over to the show notes, click on our link tree and send in your dilemmas and stories and questions, because I would love to answer them all on the podcast. Everything is anonymous, so don't worry about that. Make sure you give us a follow at the lesbianlounge.podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And make sure you tune in next Thursday for a brand new episode. Love you all so much. Bye.